3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. I like those stars.
Those are
Oh,
nice.
I know. Those are real nice.
That's a beautiful break.
That's a beautiful break.
It really is.
What are those stars?
That's those married comets, the charcoal and blue.
Yeah.
So what is a married comet? Well, basically it's just two pumped stars which are joined together, and the idea is to produce quite a unique effect whereby the comet has a coloured head and then a tail of silver, gold, whatever you want to match with that colour. So it's possible to make all kinds of combinations of married comets. These are copper oxychloride blue, and that will have a nice golden tail on it. This one is a Paris green blue with a glitter tail. This one is a bit different. This one is an attempt at making a colour change married comet. So when it ignites, it'll be a red with silver tail, and then it will transform into a blue with gold tail. So how do you make them? Well, basically you need the two components. You need something that's going to produce your sparky tail, and then you want something which is going to produce your colour on the end of it. And what I've got here is a few different types of tail effect. This is a silver, quite a high aluminium based comet. It's one of the Hart's formula, I don't remember which one. This is a short glitter. This is a long glitter, and this is a long and short C6 type charcoal composition. So you've got your tailed component, and then you need your colour component. This is a red, strontium nitrate red. This is a copper oxychloride blue, and this is a Paris green blue. And then you just marry them up. You can use blue, green, red, yellow, whatever colour takes your fancy. All kinds of different types of tail to go with them. And then you just match them up. You want a red and silver. You want a glitter and red. You want a blue and glitter. Silver and blue. Silver and charcoal. You just match up the different types of head to produce the effect that you want. One of the considerations you need to bear in mind is that the tailed sections tend to burn out twice as fast as do your colour comp sections. So you need to pump them accordingly, size-wise, so that they both burn out at the same time. Some of these, if I were to marry them up with some of these, they're not going to burn out at the same time. This red one, for instance, has been made and tested to burn out exactly the same time as the silver, and it's just a fraction under half the thickness of the silver to achieve that. This Hart's 3 glitter, if I marry it with this Paris green blue head, again it's just a little less than half the thickness. That also burns out exactly the right time. If I were to marry this Paris green blue with this charcoal here, the charcoal is going to finish before the blue, and then I'm going to get a charcoal blue effect, and the charcoal tail will finish and the blue will carry on burning for a second or so afterwards. So you need to work out what kind of effect you want. I mean, you might want them both to burn out at the same time. You might want the blue or the coloured section to burn a little longer than the tail, so it looks like just a plain blue star before it ends. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to your imagination how you work it. So basically, you pump all your comets, and then you join them together. So this one here is a copper oxychloride blue. This is a C6 type comp. Just put a little dab of glue on the end of one of them. This is just hide glue. You can use Elmer's or any kind of glue. Just hold them together, You put them on the work surface, you make sure that they're in line. Just give them a bit of a squeeze and then just leave it an hour or so, and it'll be hard. Once it is hard, what you need to do is to wrap it in a couple of turns of pasted paper. The paper ideally should just come up shy of the end of the comet, you know, a 1/16 of an inch at either end. This one's a little bit long. You don't need to break the paper in, just put the paste on both sides and give it a bit of time to soak in. And then roll it up, making sure that there's no bubbles or air gaps underneath. And just smooth the end down flat. Now what will happen now when you light it, instead of the entire surface of the comet igniting and burning away really quickly, it'll ignite on both ends and it'll burn inwards towards the centre. The paper will stop it from spreading the fire all around the outside. And all that needs to be done now is, as soon as that paste layer is dry, make up a slurry of BP, nice and thick. Daub some on the end. I don't have any made up right now. Daub some on both ends, and then dip it into some granular BP. Some 3FA, some 4FA is just fine, just to give it a coating on the end like this. And then you can be sure that when the shell goes off that each end is going to take fire nice and easily. And that's all there is to it. I should warn you that this process is extremely time consuming. Apart from pumping the individual segments, you've got to glue them all together, you've got to cut out all the strips of paper, you've got to paste them all, you've got to prime them all. A lot of work, a lot more work than making any kind of ordinary comet, but I think the results are quite spectacular, and you'll be happy to spend the time doing it.